Here we are at the Carnival Hub, and this is actually my first site visit where I'm actually here on the ground. Where we're standing right now is where the sculpture will be. The feet of the sculpture will be we'll be moving the flower bed here, and the feet of the sculpture will be on that side. They will arch overhead here, will go up to about 6 meters high. There'll be some spaces in the middle that people can wander around and go through and around the sculpture, and then the legs will be landing back down on this side. So there's a real arc overhead, and it's a nice big open space. It's a nice big open space for people to wander in and out of the legs of the sculpture, hopefully to read the text and to just glimpse some words as they're going past, even if they're rushing past, or to sit down on the benches and really spend time with it and read those stories. And it's a really interesting day because we get to see the physical space that the sculpture will go in, we get the feel of how people will approach the sculpture, and we also learn about the things which we might have to tweak, the issues which might come up. I like to think a lot about pinch points, so how close the sculpture comes to walls or lampposts and that kind of thing, because even when there's enough space, I think it can sometimes feel a bit tight, or it does something to the senses, and even though that's an intangible thing, that's really important for me to consider. There is a water pipe that goes under the ground here, and although you won't see that when you see the sculpture, under the ground my sculpture will have footings and foundations. So Charlie, what's under the ground here?
So we've basically got somewhere around 1 meter's worth of, sort of made ground, which is quite variable. Then under that we've got a virgin clay, which is about 1.2 meters down, which is quite firm. We're favouring bearing down onto the made ground for the sculpture.
Because we've got to make sure it stands up and stands the test of time. Those sorts of things have an impact on the positioning and the angle of the sculpture. There's some bollards behind me here which we're going to have to move. It's not that they'll be entirely in the way, but just to give pedestrians the space and the sense of space as they go around the sculpture, so they're not squeezing between walls and bollards. But it's really exciting to be here and to actually start visualising.